He's Josh Jacobs here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Josh?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
What's going through your temples right now, a week away from the NFL draft, Josh?
I'm just trying to soak in this whole process, honestly.
What are you soaking in?
Just the media side and meeting with teams and just traveling and seeing a lot of things. It's definitely huge. I'm in New York right now doing a media tour with your guy, Jeff Dia, and Jeff Tadia, my bad.
Yeah.
And, so it's
The NFL Network, he's following you around? Jeff's following you right now? Is Jeff in the room right now? Is he in the room right now?
He's with me right now, yeah.
Will you tell him to back off that this is my moment, Josh? Would you tell him? Just tell him that right now from Rich Eisen.
He said don't take all the good stuff.
Okay, no, come on, Jeff. Okay, so basically the NFL Network is watching you be interviewed by a guy who's been with the NFL Network since day one. That's basically what's happening right now. Okay, it's a lot of NFL Network. All right, so Josh, let's get into your story here. Is it true that you had to post your own highlights to Twitter to get noticed by colleges? Is that a fact?
Yes, that is a fact.
What led you to do that?
So a random guy at a Texas named Coach G. Smith, he hit me up and he stumbled upon my highlights or whatever, and he was like, I don't understand why you're not getting recruited, but you should make a Twitter and post your highlights. He was like, I'm gonna help you get recruited, and then like 2 or 3 days later, I was getting calls from like 10 different teams or media outlets and stuff. So it was crazy.
So that's under your current handle of @IM_Josh Jacobs that was created essentially to get your film out there to be seen?
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what it was made for.
Why were you not recruited, do you think?
I honestly do not know. I mean, I passed the qualifications for like ACT and stuff like that in my sophomore year of high school. I led the state in rushing my senior year and never been in trouble or anything like that. So I honestly do not know.
Were teams trying to convert you into a defender or anything like that? Just say that you couldn't play the position you wanted?
No, the only school that tried to do that was TCU. TCU wanted me to play corner. But yeah, I wasn't feeling that defensive move.
Well, no. So what were they telling you at TCU? What did they tell you?
He told me basically it was a crazy story because I ended up getting into it with the dude because he was like, we want to offer you to play corner, and I told him like I don't really feel comfortable playing defense, so I don't think I'm gonna take this offer. And he was just like, it's okay, it's 1,000 guys like you, and I'll go get them. So I was like, all right, cool, go get them.
No kidding. And was this a coach who told you that?
Yeah, it was a defensive back coach at the time, or recruiting guy. I was one of them. But yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. He was the only one I had problems with out of everybody, so it was crazy.
Well, obviously, you didn't have a problem with Nick Saban. When did he first knock on your door, Josh? When did you hear from him?
He came like 2.5, 3 weeks before signing day, and he actually didn't come to my school to visit me or anything. Like he didn't sit in my house or nothing like that. Coach Burns, the running back coach at the time, came in and talked to me, watched me play basketball.
And then you just decided, okay, when they offered you, you're going to go play for Nick Saban in Alabama. Is that what?
Yeah, it was more of proving a point that I belong. Like I've always been underrated and the underdog, so it was just proving to myself that I could play on the biggest stage with the best people.
Well, and in terms of being an underdog, your personal life as well is character building to say the least. Or for you, others it might have derailed obviously what is about to become an NFL career of note. So what can you tell me about? Because I know that you've said before that you find it therapeutic to talk about your history. Yeah. Do you think that has led you to this moment here, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, just everything I've been through, being in a single-parent home with middle of 5, sleeping in the car, like sleeping in hotels and motels and stuff like that. I mean, it's definitely built me the type of person I am today. Not only that, just not having a bed until I got to college. I mean, it's just a lot of things I always had to work for, so that's where I get, like, the drive and everything from.
And your dad would sit in the front seat while you were in the back sleeping at night? Is that the case?
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. And it's crazy because I never seen him sleep. He used to just be up. Like, every time I wake up, he was up. When I was going to sleep, he was up. So I never seen him sleep when we was staying in the car.
So what does it mean for you? I mean, for you and your dad that you're about to get drafted atop the NFL draft here, Josh?
I mean, it's huge. It means a lot. Not only can I change my family generations, but it's also breaking a cycle and of things that we had. And it just represents a season of change and a new beginning. So that's probably the biggest things I take from it.
And you're also a dad too, correct?
Yes, I am.
Brock, 3 years old. Is that
Braxton?
Braxton, pardon me. Braxton is a 3-year-old kid. Okay, so so you're taking care of a lot of people, Josh. Does that overwhelm you at any point in time?
Not really, because all my family that I'm close with, none of them ask me for anything. None of them even want me to do anything for them. Like my pops, to the day, he tell me like he don't want me to do nothing for him. He won't even let me do nothing for him. So I mean, it's not a big of a burden as some people may think.
That said, when you do get your first professional contract, what is the first thing you're going to buy for your dad, Josh? Have you thought about that?
I honestly don't know. I'll probably pay his rent for a couple of years or something like that. I don't know.
So let's talk about Josh Jacobs here on the Rich Eisen Show. Who have you met with? Which teams do you think are interested in you here, Josh, a week out of the draft?
I've met with the Eagles, I met with the Ravens, and I've met with the Colts.
Those are the 3 teams that you have met with, like in terms of flown out,
like
worked out,
visit,
dinner, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, those are 3 teams that you'd fit in. You certainly would fit in. And just in reading about you too, Josh, you've been described as a runner who runs pissed off. Where do you think that comes from?
I guess that just comes from being able to take everything that I'm going through in life out on the field without getting in trouble. So it's kind of like also therapeutic for me. So.
And what's the most pissed off Nick Saban's ever been at you, Josh?
See, the crazy thing is he's never got mad at me for like doing something wrong or anything like that. The only time he ever got mad at me is if like I'm making too many plays on the defense, and he hates when the offense do better than the defense at practice.
Hold on a minute. Whoa, hold on a minute. Walk me through that one more time, Josh. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Well, Saban, he hates, because he's a defensive guy.
Sure.
He hates when the offense does better than the defense at practice. So he'll like, if we like scoring too much on him, he'll get to throwing the whole fit, throwing his hat, cussing out the Eddie and stuff like that, Eddie the referee and stuff like that. It'd just be funny.
So when you're too good in practice is when Saban would get upset with you.
Yeah, that's when he gets mad.
By the way, that is the greatest humble brag I think I've ever heard.
Good one.
That is
a good one.
phenomenal, Josh. You should tell that story more often. I like that. What's the craziest question you were asked at the Combine?
See, the funny thing is I was waiting for the crazy question, and nobody asked me no crazy questions. No, like, I don't know. I guess they just didn't do it this year. I was asking other people around me, did they get any crazy questions? They said they didn't either, so I don't know.
All right, before we get to your business here, last one for you. What was it like to watch Jalen Hurts sit while Tua won the Heisman, and then obviously Jalen came off the bench in a crucial moment? What was it like being a teammate in the middle of all of that, Josh?
I mean, it was crazy because not only it was like they're making history, like that's never happened before in the situation that occurred, but it just speaks volumes to Jalen's character, what type of person he is and how he's team oriented and how he worked to put himself in that position to be able to finish that game. So I guess that just speaks volumes to his character. Yeah,
and I guess you'll become an Oklahoma fan in a little bit, watching him next year.
Yeah, I gotta support him. I mean, I gotta support him.
I bet. All right, so now you're supporting a couple of businesses here. The X-Tech shoulder pads, state-of-the-art shoulder pads worn by players on all 32 NFL teams. How'd you get associated with these folks?
Well, I talked to some former Alabama players like Landon Collins, Calvin Ridley, Jamal Adams. He even talked to him, and they all like told me that these are the pads that they use. So I looked into them and did a little research, and I ended up finding out that they're really light and flexible and things like that. Then they have XRD technology, which is basically a military grade foaming, and I tried them on and I ran into the wall with them a couple of times. I was like, yeah, I know this is going to be a perfect fit for me.
And then again, as I mentioned at the top, Sleep Number is a sponsor here of the Rich Eisen Show. I talk about them all the time. My Sleep Number setting is 60, by the way, Josh, in case you're wondering. It must mean something significant for you to be representing a bed, Josh.
Exactly. It's crazy how that happens, huh?
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
It's So you enjoy sleeping on the Sleep Number?
Oh yeah,
bed,
I mean
sure.
that bed is crazy. You can, if you even sit on that bed, like you instantly get sleepy. Like the bed is like for real. Like that bed is dangerous. I'll be telling myself like I gotta make sure my alarm's set and everything, because if I lay on that bed, I'll be out.
You gotta be careful.
And then you gotta be careful.
Well, that is just, again, that is great, man. Again, that somebody who understands the importance of sleep and obviously doesn't take it for granted, having a bed representing Sleep Number in their 360 smart bed. It's awesome, Josh. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You bet, and good luck. I'll see you are you going to Nashville, right? Are you going to be there?
I will be attending in Nashville.
Okay.
So
Will your dad be there too?
Yeah, my whole family will be there, so it'll be fun.
It's going to be great. I can't wait to watch your moment that you have earned and that you've worked so hard for, Josh, actually come true. I really look forward to that, and I can't wait to watch you do your thing in the NFL.
Thank you, man. It means a lot.
You got it. And tell Jeff Chadiha the time is now his again.
I got you.
Okay, you got it. That's Josh Jacobs, prospect.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.